Hello everybody, Tudagamon here. In this video I'm going to benchmark Far Cry Primal on a single Radeon 7950. As always, this is a digital recording which is done on an external recorder at 60 frames per second. So what you will see in this video will be pure performance. For this run I'm using my old Core i7-860 which is overclocked to 4 GHz. Let me give it a little push to go there. There we are. The system has 12 GB of memory and the graphics card is a single Radeon 7950, a Gigabyte Windforce 3 model, latest Crimson installed, and it is also a little overclocked to 1.1 GHz. Now for this benchmark session I'm going to use both the built-in benchmark to get a basic idea of what's going on with the performance, and then I'm going to use my custom gameplay benchmark which I will benchmark with fraps. We will see the basic result in this file and some analysis at the end of the video with flat and MSI Afterburner and the rest of the stuff. So let me launch the game. So a quick look at the options, 1080p resolution and ultra graphics preset. These are the settings I'm going to benchmark at. So let's see how the benchmark runs, the built-in benchmark runs at ultra quality. So our average frame rate for this benchmark is 44 frames per second, not bad score of course, not stellar either, but don't forget that this card is quite old by now. And let's move on to the real gaming session. This is the most important of course. I'm starting the benchmark right away. Holy shit. Sorry my friend, sorry, I thought you were an enemy, sorry. You are lucky that I missed.
Takar hasta. Tashayu winja kwa darsash. Daiwa hashnasu. Nanuash guadamas. Umasi haguamnu udam shanchi.
Starch la wash. Tihad wash mastakar. Nasupada.
Pakistan, Chala, my warha.
Data Yaudan! Gwashta, Takarsu Wantar.
Baya Shanti.
Galwash Raita!
Shamarita! Wadukai!
Data Yaudan! Wanika! Satwani.
Aliashwa Pachan Guarshta. Nacha Quashwalan. Nasiwa Sharma! Nasiwa Yaudan! Hey! Udra! Utarda Hayada! Nagvari Chakra.
Suyaudata.
Okay, this is enough benchmarking data. It is a very interesting game and you can easily get yourself lost playing. Interestingly enough, the frame rate result from my custom gameplay session was also 44 frames per second, just as the built-in benchmark showed us. So it seems that the built-in benchmark is very well placed in terms of how the system performs. Frame rate and frame times are decent for the age of the graphics card. GPU usage is maxed out throughout the run. We do not have a CPU limit. This is the built-in benchmark session, and this is my custom gameplay session. It seems that the built-in benchmark is a little heavier on the CPU, however. The CPU usage during my custom gameplay session was not very high. CPU temps are okay. GPU temps also okay. RAM usage at 4.7 gigabytes, 1.1 gigahertz for the core clock, and 2.7 gigabytes, 2.8 gigabytes of video RAM usage. The video RAM usage is a little higher compared to what the built-in benchmark suggested. So let me go to my analysis. I need this file. Okay, let me see if I can also open my GTX 970 run with the same CPU. FCP all. This one is my GTX 970 run. I'm not sure if these two have the same length. No, actually my 7950 run is quite shorter, but that's okay. We can have a basic comparison. So for the 7950, which is the focus of this benchmarking video, the average frame rate was 44, dropped to 38 for the comparable. A little stuttering, quite high variability. It is an open world game, and this variability can often occur in such games. Frame rate and frame times are quite decent. Not a lot of stuttering. We can see that the blue spikes are very few. Time spent beyond 16.7 milliseconds is not looking good. However, the affected frame count is almost all of them. Still, that does not mean that the game is terrible. It does not run at 60 frames per second, that's all. It is a smooth 40-45 thereabout. The histogram of the frame time shows exactly that. Most of the frame times are from 20 to 26 milliseconds. Not the best if you want first-person gaming, but still for the video card it's not too bad. Now for the frame times chart for both runs, the red one is the one that interests us. No, sorry. Yes, the red one is the 7950, okay. Maybe I should have stressed the run a little longer. It is an open world game and you cannot really do exactly the same things, but maybe I should have stressed a little more the benchmark, but it's clear that the GTX 970 is of course a lot faster than the 7950, and we can see that in their min, max and average. The 970 is almost 50% faster. This is the normal performance delta between these two cards. Variability and stuttering for the 7950 2.7, 0.5, a little lower on the 970, faster rendering. Okay, it is supposed to happen. The percentiles 28 milliseconds for the 7950, 21 for the 970. Time spent beyond chart. And lastly, the comparable frame rate of both the runs. They may not have exactly the same length, but that is okay. Overall, the frame rate is where you see in these graphs. 53 for 53 for the 970, 38 for the 7950. Variability and stuttering for both of them. Not a very bad performance from the 7950, especially if you have seen my Conan Exiles run. These two games both look quite similar. Open world, the Conan Exiles game is running on Unreal Engine 4. Far Cry Primal is running on the latest Dunia engine, and I have to say that Far Cry Primal is a lot better looking, and it plays a lot faster. It is almost twice as fast for the Ultra preset of both games. Of course, I know that Ultra from Ultra differs, but still the visual quality you see with Far Cry Primal and the performance you are getting for this visual quality has absolutely no comparison with Conan Exiles. Of course, Conan Exiles is still in early beta, so I guess there is some room for improvement. Anyhow guys, don't let me bore you with that. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in my next video.